What's up, Taurus? What's up? What's up? I was just asking as per usual, the spirit to come in for the highest good of all. What is it that we want to talk to Taurus about today? What is it that Taurus needs to know? What is it that Taurus is working through right now? I'm filming this in November 2024. I'm filming this in November 2024, but the reading itself is timeless because the way I see it is an energy access point is not obsolete simply because the month has changed, like whenever you find this is probably when you need this message. I'm gonna put it back. What is it that Taurus needs to know right now? What is the theme Taurus working with or through? What is the theme that Taurus is working? Can you believe it? The card that had come out was the Lovers, and I put it back, and here it is again. Okay, so we're taking that definitely. Well, you're moving towards, or at least this is what you want to be doing, right? You want to be moving towards harmony in your relationships. From personal experience, from wanting to open your heart again, it feels like you're restarting something. Like, let's say you've wiped out people from your life and you're restarting your circle from scratch, or you are restarting a relationship that had fallen, and you. Is it that Taurus needs to know about it right now? That would be helpful. Anything that would be helpful for Taurus to know about this pursuit in new relationships, please, Spirit. There was something you were sharing that you no longer want to share. You're looking forward to movement and independence. So I feel like you're restarting your relationships with a different perspective over relationships. Like you figured out what has not worked in past relationships and you're moving away from that in order to create a new, more abundant way of relating to people. Okay. Let's use this deck though. No. I want to know what is supporting Taurus at this time. What is supporting Taurus at this time? Singing could be good, just arts in general, creative things. I mean, you're Venus ruled. Venus loves beauty. Venus loves those things. So, you know, maybe your relationships need to feel beautiful on every level, by the way. Like, I don't shy away from physical beauty. Yeah. Okay, what supports Taurus at this time? What supports Taurus at this time? All of you want to come out? Freedom. You have taken time to build a world that feels right to you, that exists and lives in accordance with your deepest values, which is, I mean, your Taurus, your rule values, right? Yeah, it's like you've stayed silent about it while you were rearranging, rethinking all the re-re-re's, you know, like restructuring the way you perceive. I strongly feel like this is about relationships. But it could be about your approach to life in any life area. Take it as it resonates. But what I'm seeing is you've created this really strong presence and vision of what you want your life to be like in the future, right? Well, time is fluid, but for the sake of this reading here, this example here, you have created this clear vision of what it is that you want, and now it's time to go and make it happen, right? And what is supporting you is the fact that you've done that work. Like, it's fairly easy for you to like move away things that do not serve the vision that you've created. Is there anything else we want to say about what's supporting Taurus? Wow, it's 8 minutes already. That was fast. Yeah, it's like you won't be comparing anymore, because what you know is what feels right, what feels good, and that's what you're going to be going for. Let's keep moving. Let's see what is the challenge for Taurus. What is challenging Taurus in this situation? You don't really see where you're going. Because it's a reality that exists within you. You've built it, but you can't necessarily see it in the world around you. And it also means, like, you knowing what you want means destroying things that were in the past and that you don't want any longer, right? And the challenge is to stay in your power no matter how dark it is, how dark the path is, like not succumbing for less than people and situations that will maybe in the beginning seem like they are something new, but really they will be like just um, they will be just replaying the old record that you no longer want. Yeah, it's like struggle. And I also feel like this is financial to an extent. Like maybe you've quit a job that was not, you just knew it wasn't for your highest good. And now you're afraid that that could, you know, create issues. That like if you don't jump back in with the people that you don't feel like are worthy of your time or your energy, that you will burn yourself. How can Taurus be victorious in this situation? What will help Taurus? What will help Taurus overcome the hurdle? What will help Taurus overcome the hurdle? Keeping in check and in line with your guides. There's no proof right now, you see? There's what your heart is telling you and what your brain is telling you, right? And it's using all of what you've learned in your life, all of the tools that you've learned, like the intuition, to know whether what your brain is telling you is valid for your heart, and whether what you know, like it's working from the heart with the brain, like using the brain, listening to the heart. Okay, but that's very generic. Is there any more specific advice you could give Taurus to deal with? It's not getting any more specific, in a sense where like you go in, you figure out what is inside of you, what is true for you, then you go out and you make it happen. Okay, you're telling me to keep going, so we'll keep going. Can you tell me believe that support will be there when you need it? Believe the support will be there when you need it. What is it that Taurus don't see coming? Can you clarify, please? What does the Taurus not see? What's the Taurus not see coming? Change of plans. Because what happened was, Nine of Cups came out, but she came out like so. And it's like you're gonna decide to create something different. As you keep moving, and as you keep looking at the internal map, right, that you've done for yourself, changes will keep coming. You're not stagnant in the way your relationships can come in. It's more about like, it's a lot more about how you feel within your relationships than it is about what you have decided the relationship should be. So I feel like you will mingle with different people, or like if it's about work, for instance, you will be mingling with different situations, different work situations maybe, and then you will be like choosing whether you want, like whether you can keep up with all of them or whether you want to drop one. Like essentially you will be going in, like you'll be working with direct experience. In some ways you're still lying to yourself. In some ways you're still lying to yourself about what it is that you want. Maybe out of shame, fear of persecution. What is it for Scorpio that the Scorpio is lying about? That you want to pursue something. Like that you just full of energy to go after it. But you want it softer. You want emotional goodness. Yes, you want to create the physical, mental, all of it, right? All of the planes. But you want softness. You don't want to go after stuff. You don't want to like be 100% working for something to like, you want softness. Keep moving, they said. Okay. What's the most likely outcome for Taurus in the next 3 months? Too many. I'm gonna tell you what came out, okay? So what fell out, well, there was a bunch of cards, like third of the deck, right, that I'm not gonna be reading. But then the card that fell out was Eight of Swords. And then under, like, bottom of the deck was Three of Swords, okay? So I am going to take another card because I didn't feel like it wasn't like a clear coming through the card. So I'm gonna reshuffle and see what happens, okay? So what is it that, what's the most likely outcome in the next 3 months? Taurus, most likely outcome for Taurus in the next 3 months. Let's see this one. 10 of Cups. I feel like what you're gonna find out is that you've worked really